Hey everybody, this is Tambeyoda, and today we have from War for Cybertron Siege, the Autobot vs. Decepticon Micromaster 10-pack. Alright, so this is kind of an exclusive from Target, or at least right now it is. It's the only place that you're able to find that, along with the 3-pack of Rainmaker Seekers. This guy doesn't have any kind of sticker saying it's exclusive, but like I said, it's the only place that you can find it right now. So now we do have 10 figures in here. It's very skewed way more towards the Autobots than Decepticons, where we only have 4 Autobots and we have 6. Well, I'm sorry, that's backwards. Where we only have 4 Decepticons and 6 Autobots. So that's right there. And if you take a look at it, they kind of trick you a little bit, where they're like, oh, hey, there's 3 sets right here, and then you look over here and they're like, hey, there's 3 sets over. No, it's not 3 sets. It's 3 markings with only 4 figures and 6 figures. So, taking a look, here's all the figures in there. On the top, you got the Autobot and Decepticon logos across there. And then on the back, you have all of the figures here. It's really weird the way that they did this. They kind of broke the set up into 5 different sets, where you'll see you have the sets here. You have the WFC S58, and that is Road Police and Wheelblaze. And then for 59 is Ground Shake and Air, or Overair. Then with 60, S60, it's Recon and Irontread. Then you come down here, these are the Decepticons. This is 61 with Nightflight and Slyhopper. And then 62 with Cratermaker and Fireline. And then it's just showing that these can join together. They make weapons. It does show the combinations of the weapons when those two are joined together. Now, I assume that if you wanted to, you could mix and match. You can mix and match the sword parts. You could probably mix and match all these different guys and into something different. I assume that they got the name of the box set, and you can't really find it anywhere. I pulled it from the wiki site, from the Transformer wiki site. You have the Autobots here, the Decepticons here. It says Versus, but there's a C here. I don't know what that C is. So. Now there is no, there's no glow-in-the-dark paint or no fluorescent paint on here, so that there's no like secret message or anything on this set. Unfortunately, you don't have any of that on there. So let's go ahead and get these guys out so we can check them out. Okay, so we are back, and we're gonna do this kind of one set at a time. So we'll do the 2 figures each. We'll show their alternate mode, and then them combined together, and then we'll bring it back into what they were inside the packaging. So that's kind of how we're gonna start. Now, there's something extra that was in the package. It is the instructions. So they are split up by their different sets. And you have all of these different guys. You have your stats for the combined weapons and such. Last 2 weapons right there. For S58, Road Police. And we have Wheelblaze. These are them in their little robot mode, or their little car modes, because that's the mode that they come in inside the box. So a little bit about these figures and their names. Now, Road Police is a part. Originally was a part of 6 Turbo, which was a 6 combiner that had 6 Micromasters that would combine into a robot. Now, this guy right here, Wheelblaze, he's a part of the Metro Squad, which basically are kind of when they convert into vehicle modes. They combine together to make a larger kind of vehicle. And this guy right here was supposed to be partnered with Road Burner, and when they would combine together, they would make a yellow, basically like fire truck or ladder truck. So that's where this comes from. So it's all in one with one figure. Now, I think it would have been a little bit smarter if they would have taken this, repainted them red, and called them Discharge, because that would have put these two together with being part of 6 Turbo. So that's kind of a lost opportunity there, since this kind of looks like a little fire truck anyways. So, all right, to transform, we'll go ahead and start with Road Police. And these guys are real easy, as you can see. Now, there are some issues with like pieces popping off. I can't transform these legs without them popping off. That's just what they do. Like I can't see. There's both the legs pop off whenever I try to transform him. And then you just pull the arms out, and he's in his robot mode. So like that, and then wheel blaze. We'll go ahead and basically all you do is you just kind of move this out of the way, and these are going to come around. And then you flip back like that, and then the arms just come down like this. So you have that. And there's both of them in their robot modes. All right, now to create the Power Shot Plasma Cannon, basically it's best to convert these guys into their car modes. So we'll go ahead and go back to that. Best to start from that base. You'll probably notice that these legs, oh, they didn't pop off this way. This one's gonna pop off. Oh, yeah, it did. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so then we'll put the heads down. So we got both of these guys into car mode. And then this piece right here, I didn't show that earlier, but this comes out and kind of makes a barrel of sorts. So just bring that back in, lift this up. We got to bring this back out again. Because what we'll do is we're going to twist this around. Once you have that twisted around, you bring these back around to the front, or back up like this, and then these pieces will tab into the chest a little bit. Not really well, but they do tab into the chest. Let me make sure I got this correct. So everything that you need to plug this in. And then we'll take this guy right here. Oh man, I gotta pop his legs off again. Hey, it didn't do it. All right, so we'll bring this up. That, and bring this kind of like that. He's gonna go like this, and this is gonna look really bonkers, but this is what you do, like that, and you have a Power Shot Plasma Cannon. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the next batch of vehicles. All right, so we have S59 Ground Shaker and Overair, or the Hasbro version of him was actually called Airwave. Now, both of these guys were part of the Micromaster base battle station kind of line, where you would get a Micromaster plus a little base type thing. It would transform from a vehicle to a base type type thing or battle station type thing. Unfortunately, we didn't get none of that. We just got repaint. All right, so let's just take a look. We got some cool decos right here on those wings and right here on this fin. And then that, we got some bolts on here. A little bit of color on the cockpit. But to transform this guy, basically we're just going to flip this up. Oh no, there we go. It goes like that. Like that. Then these toes pop up. And these unattached to that wing right there, so we'll just push these back. And then this part right here is going to fold forward, and we have a robot. Okay, so for this one right here, we'll go ahead and we'll just bring these a little bit closer so you can see. This is going to come up again like this. We'll go ahead and untab the legs, bring this down, rotate it forward, rotate it forward, and the arms just come down like this, and then you just want to rotate the elbow forward. Good. Just move those back like that, and we got both these guys in robot mode. Now, if you're curious about articulation, all of these only have probably about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 points of articulation, if that. Some of them doesn't even look like they have the head. Like this guy doesn't have a head joint on him, but pretty much we got ball joints in the shoulders, in the hips, and in the knees. And that's about it. All right, so now to make their weapon. What is their weapon called? It is an ultrasonic shredder blade. So to make this, basically we got to get both of them back to their robot modes. One of them is just going to stay straight up in plane mode. So let's go ahead and get this tabbed back into here. Like that. And really, if you wanted to, you can have this as a kind of short sword by itself. It's kind of a thick short sword, but so bring these arms back here, and they'll kind of tab into place. You'll feel them click whenever they go in. Now these come up, and yeah, that's right. These tab into both the wings and the hands. The feet do. All right, so then with it like this, we're just going to leave it right here. So you'll take this piece right here and tab it into here, and the wing tips will kind of tab into the wings right here. So now you have, this is your ultrasonic shredder blade. So we'll move on to our next couple. So this is Recon and Irontread. Now, Recon is actually, from what I've gathered, he's an original kind of character. He doesn't have any like backstory or anything to him, and I don't think he's an homage to anything. He's just not in anything at all. They just decided to go ahead and repaint this guy into a red color. So these are kind of some new figures. Some new molds. They are coming out in the next wave, I think wave 3 of the Battle Masters. They'll come out in that wave, and this guy, he's very back heavy, so he wants to fall down a lot. So you kind of have to bring him forward a little bit. There you go. And then over here, Irontread, or as he's supposed to be known as Ironworks. He's another one of those Micromaster battle station guys. So I'm pretty sure that the other figure that he is involved in that Wave 3 he's just a repaint of that figure that came with a battle station. So basically, once again, we get a repaint without the added accessory. So all right, let's go ahead and transform them into their vehicle mode. So we'll start off with Recon here. Now we'll go ahead and bring this forward. This is, yeah, you're gonna have to bring this around, and then this comes up, and then you'll see this, how this goes in right here. It kind of tabs in right there, and then that tabs in under there, the arms, and you're in the vehicle mode. So that's pretty easy, pretty simple. So a lot like an Ironhide kind of color scheme with the yellow and the red. All right, so for Irontread, what we're gonna do is this piece right here actually turns around. And you want to tab those legs in together. Bring this down just a little bit, and that'll lock into place. You bring this down, and then these arms, they come forward, I think. No, not really. They just go like that. Do they go forward? No, it goes down a little bit more. Okay, there you go. So we have a truck now. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at their weapon. So what are they calling this bad boy? They're calling them the dual port scatter grenader. All right, so we'll go ahead and start with Recon here. And what are we gonna do? No. Yeah, we'll go ahead and start with Recon. So we want to bring the hands down, and this part right here goes, how does this go? Looks like it just goes kind of up a little bit, like that. That's weird. This is gonna be a flimsy little guy. So that goes like that. Then once you have that all clipped in, this goes back up. This goes back up, and then you want to take the handle underneath here, which is a pain to get at. It is a complete pain to get at. All right, there we go. So we got that. All right, so now that we have that piece on there, get this guy right here, and go ahead and kind of bring these down. These will come apart, and you want to flip out these barrels. All right, barrels. All right, and once you have that done, you just want to stick them back together. Stick these back together. And we're gonna open this up because our handle port is underneath here. I guess if you wanted to, these could be individual guns. So you got these ports right here. So you could just, you got one gun right here and you got one gun right here. But it says to actually take these and, how are you doing this? So this one goes on top. Here, there we go. Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna be a little pain. I hadn't pre-fit this before, so it's probably gonna be a little bit of a nuisance with the tolerances and stuff, because probably was painted before. Or maybe we just won't combine them together. There we go. There we go. And bring this around. And somehow you're supposed to drop this down on here or something. I don't know. Something like this. All right, so we'll just leave it like that. And this is that scatter grenader. So the dual port scatter grenader. So I'm assuming that he holds it like this. All right, on to the next one. All right, so these are S61. We got another set of jets here. So basically, it's just going to be the same as Ground Shaker and Overair. This is Nightflight and Slyhopper. Yes, Slyhopper, not Skyhopper, Slyhopper. I don't know. So these guys. So Nightflight, he was actually a part of the Airstrike Patrol, along with Stormcloud and Visper. So we got a third member of Airstrike Patrol, and then Slyhopper. Yeah, he's another one of those Micromaster based guys. So yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and show off their aircraft modes. All right, and point the toes down. This will go forward like this. This goes like that. Oh, camera's shaking really bad. All right. All right, and then Slyhopper. Go ahead and bring him up like this. And we'll gotta bring his legs around and tap him into the arms and the wings. And we're just like last time. Oh, come on. All right, there we go. All right, and then we'll bring this forward. And this one has some really good tampos on it, some paint applications. This one is a little bland this time. All right, so for their weapon, it is called a dual-edged sonic breaker sword. So basically, we're just going to be leaving this guy like this, and we're going to be popping this up and tabbing it in just like so. All right. And yeah. Dual-edged sonic breaker sword. All right, so the last set is Cratermaker and Fireline. Now these guys are a little bit more interesting in what they did with them. So actually their colors are an homage of the original Flak Toys Japan releases. So Cratermaker being Power Bomber and Fireline being Gunlift. So these were the, I guess, the original molds for those Micromasters, and so they're doing homage to those original colors. Now they named them something different, I assume because they can't use those names for some reason. I don't know, but they did name them a different name. So Cratermaker was Firebomb and Fireline was Gunlift. Don't know, but let's go ahead and transform them into their alternate modes. This guy is fairly easy right there. There you go. And then this dude right here has a little bit more. Than just like 2 moves. All right, so that's in. Take and push these arms back. They should peg into the side, but they don't really. So we'll just leave it like that because he's gonna look ridiculous anyways. All right, so Cratermaker and Fireline. I do kind of like these colors, the brown and green, along with the blue and red. Sorry, I had to push that down. All right. So their combined weapon is Gravitonic Rubbermaker Cannon. Yeah, I don't name these things. So to get these guys all kind of lined up, basically we're gonna take this. We gotta do some stuff that we did before. Basically the same thing that we did with Will Blaze. Pin these around, and then these kind of will tab into the stomach area. This will come down like this. This becomes the handle. So you have this like that, and then this guy right here will you'll bring this forward like that, and then this will come up like that, and then you'll bend that little handle piece out just like that. And then what you do is you combine that in to here, and it kind of tabs in on top and on bottom. And you have your rubber maker cannon. So yeah, that's it. All right. All right, so here are all of your weapons. Good and bad and ugly. So you be the judge. I'll go ahead and I'll put a poll up somewhere in here and let me know what you think is the best weapon out of all of these. Personally, my favorite ones are the swords. So, all right. Well, I want to thank you for watching. This is Tambeyoda. See you guys next time.